Ready to go now. Steven Gostkowski for the Patriots as we are off and running in Foxborough. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that route. Pass from Jackson, complete to Ingram. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown, and he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 29 yards. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Sony Michel, his first carry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From just shy of midfield, Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Set the tone, defense, let's go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Patriots nothing.
Wait, set, 53. 536. 72.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Caught by Sanu. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it. And
he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Tackles.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And he's got Sanu. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. James White there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing is Jackson, forced out to his left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll look to run with Ingram, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Brady will try again on second down. And this one brought in by Sanu. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. This is White on the screen. Oh, what a juke into space. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Brady now on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long. From the gun, it's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. This will be taken at the 10. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Brady now going to leave it with Michel on the draw.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third and 3.
Play set. Alabama. 380. 48 to Mike. No chance. Alpha. Regular.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They do go for it. It's Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 56 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Jackson now off the bootleg. On the move to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know that.
He's got daylight. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 52 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Back now in Foxborough. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Shotgun now for Brady. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. first down. Here's White. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Brady, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. The point after try for Gostkowski. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Jackson flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Hightower able to run him down for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Jackson. He'll run it. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. He's back to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory.